lot of feelings before a performance. I'm very excited, but I'm obviously a little nervous, but I think it's good to be a little nervous. But it's mostly excitement because the feeling of getting up on that stage, it's just the feeling of knowing that I'm about to do what I love to do, and it just excites me.
This car might not make it to the county line. He ain't got enough money to change his mind. Her friends all say he's a waste of time. No one sees him like she does. You don't worry when you're in love.
Welcome to Everiathing, and if you watched last week's episode, then you probably have an idea of some of the people we'll be featuring this season. And I'm so happy to announce that our first guest this season is a very talented, dynamic, and sweet 13-year-old country singer named Abby Stewart from Kingston, Ontario. Abby started singing at 6 years old, and at such a young age, she's already got so many achievements tucked under her sleeve. Some of her most known achievements include singing with a famous country singer, Dean Brody, and performing at some of Nashville's most famous places. One of her most recent achievements is also being one of the top 10 finalists for She's the One at RBC Ottawa Blues Fest. And it was there at the competition that I actually met Abby, and I thought to myself, I have got to feature this girl on my show. She's amazing, she is a total performer, and if this is her now, I can't imagine how amazing she'll be at 16. Here's a video of Abby. Check it out.
Swinging on the front porch, counting dreams and stars. Right now forever doesn't seem that far. Should just as soon spend it here in his arms. It don't take no big IQ to understand her point of view.
So now that you know that Abby's all the way from Kingston, Ontario, and I'm here in Vancouver, BC, you may be wondering how we got her on the show. But like love, there is no such thing as distance on Everiathing. Where there's a will, there's a way. We found a way to ask Abby some questions, and she sent her videos over to us. So stay tuned and keep watching.
Cool heads prevail, but she's thinking with her heart.
I realized that I wanted to start to sing after my first school talent show when I was 6, actually. I had sang When You're Gone by Avril Lavigne, and I'd enjoyed it so much that I wanted to do other things with my musical abilities. And now I take singing lessons, guitar lessons, piano lessons, and I enjoy them really, really very much. And I just love music, what can I say? Other genres that I'm interested in are rock and pop, but country is my most favorite, and that's really what new country is nowadays. A mixture of country with rock and pop in it, and country's my favorite, so I think that's really cool. Some things I like to write about. I'm 13, so I don't really have any like romantic songs. But I can get inspiration from anywhere, and sometimes lyrics just float into my head, and I like to write about the fun times I have with my friends, or maybe like inspiring songs and things like that. My biggest challenge would probably be chatting in between the songs. I think I've always been a pretty shy person, not really ever much of a talker, but I know I love to sing and be on the stage, but I know that I have to entertain as well, so I don't always have to talk. Sometimes the band will just keep playing after a song and I'll go straight into the next song. But I know sooner or later I'm going to have to talk a little, and sometimes that intimidates me. Sometimes there will be that little few seconds of awkward silence when I have to think of something to say. And yeah. Well, if I were to have any frustrations, it would probably be my age. When I find things that I really want to do and the age line is like 15 or over, I'll go, why? But being 13 and wanting to do things and being told I'm too young, I can't do that yet, it's very frustrating. Yeah.
Like me, Abby is also a songwriter, and I know that all of you writers out there can get literally inspiration from everything and anything. Check this out.
I can get inspiration from anywhere. We live in the country, and in our house we have this window bench, and I'll sit on it with a notepad and pen in my hand, and you can see the trees and the yard and the fields out there, and things will just float into my head. And I'll try and create more hooks for that song and maybe get some music for it on my guitar. Or I could be sitting in class during a really boring period and just daydreaming, and things will come into my head and I'll scribble it on the top of a math sheet or something. And when I get home, I'll take that sheet out and try and create more hooks for that as well, along with the music. For example, my song Broken Home is about one of my friends, and her parents had just split up, and I could see that that had really affected her, and I tried to put myself in her shoes, and Broken Home came out of that.
In my broken home, my mind flashes back to better times. No boarded up windows, everything was fine. Not a single person mad, no choice of mom or dad. But now I'm sure that I will have to go back to my broken home. I don't belong. When will all this reality come crashing on me? By now I'm sure no one's coming for me, so I sit all alone here in my broken home. Waiting after school, waiting all alone, trying to remember which I'm heading to. Truck pulls in, and I know where I'm off to. His house is small, but he says there's room for me.
Well, I don't really set the mood for writing. I can get inspiration from somebody saying something in a Walmart line. And I'll be like, hey, that sounds kind of cool. So it could just come from anywhere, you just have to find it. Well, my biggest ambition I found was when I was in Nashville, Tennessee back in February. Me, my dad, and my manager went to Nashville, and we had the greatest chance to go to the Grand Ole Opry 2 nights in a row, and it was awesome. And both nights I left there thinking, what an honor it would be to play there, and that's been my ambition since February. I really want to play at the Grand Ole Opry. I've been blessed so much in this business at such a young age. One of my biggest achievements, I think, was when back in February, I was asked to sing with Dean Brody. He's a great country singer here in Canada. I had the opportunity to sing his duet Bounty with him at the K-Rock Center here, and that was amazing. Just getting up on that giant stage and looking out at 3,400 people. It was very nerve-wracking, and I said before the show my legs feel like noodles, but when I got on the stage all that just melted away and it was just so fun. Another one of my achievements, I have 3 songs on country radio right now, 2 of which I wrote, Broken Home and Summer at the Drive-In, and I had the greatest blessing to get a song written for me. My plans from here, well, that would be to get some more writing in and some more songs, and I'm really hoping I can get an EP together and I can sell them at my shows. That would be so cool.
I guess with a lot of things that we do in our lives, we're definitely going to have to come up with rules, routines, and restrictions. I know that as a singer and as a guitarist and pianist, there are always lots of exercises you have to do before you do anything. And when I have a big performance coming up, I have like my singing ritual stuff where I don't have anything cold, nothing sweet, no frozen yogurt, no ice cream. But that's okay, because in the end, we always want to make sure we don't have any mistakes. So let's check out what some of Abby's tips are.
A big no-no for me is to not push my vocal cords because that could damage them. I do the songs I know I can do and practice the ones that I want to do. And I use that rule even when I'm writing. The songs I'm writing, I try and plan ahead, like, am I going to be able to do these songs in years to come, things like that. Not every song has to have a really high note or a really low note. I try and balance it out. A tip for singing, always warm up your vocal cords, either with exercises or a song in the car, but never go on a stage without warming up. That could be really dangerous. A pet peeve of mine involves books. If I go to like the public library and sign out a book and I open it up and it's all damaged or has writing all over it, why? It's just so disrespectful and pointless. Another pet peeve of mine is if I'm trying to practice my guitar on a really hot day and I just tuned it like 5 minutes ago, when it's hot, it gets out of tune more quickly, so I'll have to tune it up again and again and again. It's just so annoying. Well, my first 3 hobbies are singing, playing guitar, and writing, but hobbies away from singing, I'm a bookworm. I don't go anywhere without bringing at least 1 book, but I'm also pretty athletic. Softball is my summer sport, hockey is my winter sport, and I also try out for school activities. Volleyball is my favorite, but also basketball, soccer, and flag football, and I made those teams last year, and sports are really fun for me. My singing idol would be the band Perry. It's a sibling trio, and they just have the whole package. They can sing, they can get the crowd going, and they play instruments. They've just got it all. They're awesome. The She's the One contest was so much fun. There were so many nice people there, and it was really a blessing to be chosen as one of the 10. And everybody there was so nice, and Ria, you were very nice. Everybody was so funny, and when you guys performed, they were so awesome. It was really lots of fun. Blues Fest itself was amazing. There were so many people there. It was incredible. You could hardly see the grass anymore by the end of the night. It was awesome.
I I totally love Abby, and I'm so glad that I got to get to know her backstage in Ottawa, and she's just such a talented and inspiring girl, and especially at such a young age. She's probably one of our younger guests on the show, and I think that there are so many girls like her with so much potential to inspire everyone else in the world, so keep up the good work, girl. I love you.
There are so many good things to say about you, Maria, and we've only met once. You're very friendly, funny, outgoing, and such a great performer and singer. I can just remember, like, on our meeting before the She's the One that day, you were the first one to greet us, and I instantly liked you. You're a very likable person. Oh my gosh, I would love to perform with you. I think we could do, like, a crossroads type thing where you're doing, like, the pop genre and then me doing the country genre, and we could do like a crossroads thing. Let's do it. That sounds awesome. We could work well together.
Abby, I would definitely like to collaborate with you. I've always loved writing music where I fuse pop and rock and jazz, so why not fuse something with country? I'm sure we could come up with something creative. I'd like to think that writing music is like eating chocolate, because once you start, you never stop. And I'm sure all of you chocolate fanatics and writers out there know exactly what I'm talking about, because sometimes it can get a little unhealthy. Once you start, you cannot stop. And I know Abby definitely knows what I'm talking about. Now, before we show you one of the songs that Abby performed at Blues Fest for She's the One, Abby's actually got a couple tips for you guys. Take a look.
Some advice I give all artists and aspiring singers out there is to never, ever give up. Don't give up what you love doing. Like, if you do give up, it's going to be a bunch of, I could have done that. I could have done that. Well, why give up and not see where you could have gone? Also, don't let anybody change who you are. If people want you to do things that you don't think is who you are, don't do them. Don't think you have to.
With She's the One, would you please welcome back from Kingston, Ontario, Abby Stewart.
Check 1, 2. Hey guys, I'm back to sing my original song, Broken Home. This is about a friend of mine who actually came to school and was really upset that her parents had just split up, so I really hope you guys like it. Two rooms, two beds, feel so alone, trying to survive in my broken home. I know it's not my fault, I've been told before, but it doesn't I sit all alone here in my broken home. Waiting after school, waiting all alone, trying to remember which I'm heading to. Traffic pulls in, and I know where I'm off to. His house is small, but he says there's room for me. I'm leaving my broken home far behind me. I look beside me, and he's smiling. And right now I'm sure I'm never gonna come back. I'm never going back to my broken
From Kingston, Ontario, Abby Stewart.
Hey Everything viewers and supporters, thank you so much for watching this episode. Everything is a great show and you should tune into further episodes while supporting musicians and singers everywhere. Thank you Rhea for having me on your show. It's been a great opportunity and lots of fun, so thank you. To find out where I'm going to be playing next or what I'm going to be doing later on, you can log into abbystewartmusic.com or you can go on my Facebook and Twitter pages and send me a message. I'd love to hear from you. I'll try to respond to as many as I can. Thanks again, and thank you for watching this episode of Everything.
Isn't she just amazing? I hope you guys had a wonderful time checking out our feature on Abby. And for all of you guys out there who are not in the BC area, now you know. We will come find you wherever you are. Not to sound creepy, but if you're talented and amazing, we will find you. Anyways, I love all of you guys out there, and see you next week here on Everiathing.
You know the clouds darken up the skyway. There's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun, just a step beyond the rain. Good.
music, singing and performing, and of course hosting. I believe that through my passions I can use them as platforms so that I can inspire and empower others, keep them positive and keep them strong. I've always believed that every single person on the world has the ability to do something good for the world and has something amazing and beautiful inside them just waiting to come out. I've always wanted to help out others in any way I can, and I believe that everyone can live up to their full potential. I hope that through my music or through my movement, I can help to inspire the others and make the world a better place. I want all of you out there to know that even if we can all be miles apart, there is always going to be someone out there for you, and I'm always going to be there for you too.